Everybody would be porn star level.
Yeah,
everybody would actually be porn star level.
Everyone's just fucking their robots.
Yeah, but if you're fucking a robot, you're gonna be selfish as shit.
You're gonna be OD selfish.
What's going on, people? This is 1166 Podcast, and I'm your host, BLKZEN, BLKZEN. This is the first ever 360 VR podcast. If you love what we do, please like, subscribe, comment, leave 5-star reviews, everything. Without further ado, let's get to the content. What's going on, people? It's 1166 Podcast, and I'm your host, BLKZEN, BLKZEN. Today, we are on episode 11. We got Brandon, a.k.a. Capn Morgan, and we got Steve Petrone. Again, here we are, gentlemen. How art thou?
Thou art well. Thou art swell.
I'm about to give us an ASMR?
ASMR. They just hung put my teeth back in, my Invisalign back in.
You about to be like, hi guys, I'm Brandon Morgan. That's how I feel when I got my retainers and I feel crazy.
I can still talk for the most part with my Invisalign though. I talk fine.
See, your Invisalign's a chill. My shit was annoying because it's like, you could hear it. I could be on the phone with somebody, oh, you got your retainers, and I'm like, yeah.
I was gonna say it's more retainers. It's the shit with your tongue.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's nothing on your tongue. You can't talk normally. You gotta lift now.
Turn a Thammy Sprinkles.
Yeah, you gotta lift now.
Timothy forgot his sprinkles.
You sound like Mike Tyson.
Yo, don't let his old ass punch you.
Nah, he's a nice guy. I'm like a big fan of his. I've been watching a lot of his podcast stuff. Like,
his
podcast is Hot Boxing with Mike.
Yeah, he's a cool guy.
Yo, he be smacked. He be smacked.
Did you see the clip of him in the game eating mushroom chocolate bars?
Yeah.
And they start rolling like hard.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't see him with the game much, but he does mushrooms a lot on camera. He'll smoke some weed, he might do some shrooms. He just be chilling.
Yeah.
Ooh, Mike or the game?
No, Mike.
I know he smokes berry. I didn't know he was. No, he does bust on mushrooms. You're right. I actually seen him do it.
Yeah, he does shrooms.
This shit with Cat Williams was funny as fuck.
I ain't see with Cat Williams.
That shit was jokes. Cat in general is freaking funny.
Yeah, he's funny. I saw him do it with Kevin Hart, except he was eating food with Kevin Hart, and Kevin Hart got scared that he was eating shrooms. Like, yo, Mike, what are you doing? He's like, oh, don't worry, it's just berries.
It's berries.
Yeah, it's berries.
Probably seen him doing like a lot. He's like, wait a minute.
Oh.
It's not that type of. You know what we doing? He's like,
he wasn't trying to do that.
Don't worry.
Yeah, we good, man. We good.
That shit is a joke.
No, he's a beast though. I started reading his book too.
I need to read the David Goggins book.
That's a good one.
I need to read Rick Rubin's book.
I don't know Rick Rubin.
Rick Rubin shit is good. I identify a lot of the way he speaks about. Like,
yeah, I read both David Goggins' book.
The second one was crazy.
It was good.
It's crazy.
First one was crazier story wise. Second one's more like really good advice. Like, it's a crazy story, but he's like giving more like better advice.
He said he has a third one in waiting.
I didn't even know that.
I was watching a podcast with him earlier today, and he was like, people don't even know the third one's coming, but it's gonna be some shit.
Yeah, he got I read 50 Cent's book. 50 Cent's book is really good.
Yeah. I want to get the audiobook.
Audiobook, yeah.
50?
Yeah.
It's, Hustle Harder, Hustle Smarter. It's like he gives really good insight on stuff.
The way that he narrates it is very
yeah.
Is him narrating it?
It's him narrating it. And his voice is cooler, so it's not some dorky guy in my ear all day. But he's saying he sounds cool.
Sometimes you gotta slap a hoe.
Yeah, like I don't want to hear that shit.
Maybe if you weren't out here tricking on these bitches, you'd actually get something done in life.
I started selling dope in the 3rd grade. It's not cool. Like,
let me get that in the Siri voice. Yeah.
Yeah. So when he talks, it's cool. You know, it feels more personable.
Yeah. Fat Joe's, I think, also got one.
Is it good?
I don't know. Fat Joe likes to make up a lot of stories,
but
so
why?
I feel like it's not. Why him?
Like, why?
Because he got a chip on his shoulder.
Nobody's looking for him.
Yeah, but he
unless
thinks
he has really good advice, which I don't know. I don't know anything about Fat Joe. I know 50 Cent would spin some gems like the whole book.
Yeah, it's more about like, look what I did in 1996.
Yeah, I don't care about that.
That's exactly what I think it would be when I.
Yeah, I don't care about that. That serves me no purpose.
I was like Milli Vanilli, like what?
50 Cent tells you how to make money moves, like how you should start to think so that you're more like assertive when it comes to accomplishing goals. It's like the mindset he teaches it's very good.
Damn, I may have to read that 50 book. I want the audiobook. I want to hear him.
Yeah,
I want to hear that shit.
Yeah, I got the audiobook.
Does he like pronounce his words properly?
He's talking like very like monotone and like cool with like a little bit
monotone, cool.
a little bit of like emotion. I don't know. It's just like I first found out about it from like Instagram reels and shit like that.
Yeah, so I just popped up on my Instagram, wrote that my Instagram like story thing.
Yeah.
Oh, sounds cool. So I looked it up and it was like pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, I thought he was like narrating his own shorts for a second, and then I realized there was people taking it from the audiobook.
Yeah, because you hear certain excerpts from it,
Yeah.
and they'll be in like emotional videos or whatever.
Yeah.
And it was pretty good. He was saying cool stuff. So
Yeah,
I would listen to the book. He was spending a lot of gems. He's like a really smart dude.
for sure.
Of course.
Yeah,
This motherfucker's rolling in money and then it'll be like, I'm bankrupt, haha. He'll be chilling with it.
He's really smart.
He was different. He got shot 9 times.
That is different.
That's what I'm saying. He lives a very different life.
Very different.
You
Most
already
people don't even
are.
get shot once,
Yeah,
let alone 9
No.
times, and he survived.
yeah. 20 years ago, and it's still just as crazy.
Yeah.
He doesn't give a fuck and he's just chilling. He's like, yeah.
But that'll make you not. You got shot 9 times. Why would I give a fuck? I died. You can't scare me.
He thought it was over. You got shot 9.
You thought it was over. Like it's not.
Boom. 1.
What can scare you
ow.
after that?
Nothing.
Boom. Ow. 2. Boom. 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 Boom.
He got
That's
hit
9.
like I got hit, but he ain't fucking breathing.
Breathing.
Like he's
Yeah.
dead ass.
He was talking some shit.
Yeah.
He was just different off rip.
Yeah.
What was the name of that movie where he had to get mad skinny? Where he was like a chemo patient.
I forgot.
He was a chemo patient.
No, he got mad
played,
skinny.
like,
He
a
was sick
role
and dying.
of like having like cancer or some shit.
Yeah.
Some like Matthew McConaughey type shit.
What was it? I forgot. Maybe it'll pop up eventually, but I forgot.
Well, now that we're talking about it, I'll see an ad on my phone.
Yeah, definitely. That really happened. Seriously.
Yeah. It happened last time we were doing our podcast.
Yo, that shit is wild. When it happened, I was like, yo.
It is wild though. One time I described a picture that I couldn't remember the name of. I looked on my phone and then I saw the picture and I'm like, yo,
Nah.
that's crazy.
That's
That's
I don't like
creepy.
that.
That's a little creepy.
Yeah, they're
We need
taking
an
too
off
much.
button. We need
Yeah,
like, a
I
mute
was
button
describing
for
the picture.
mics.
Like, it's like orange with this, that, and the third, and it appeared on my phone. That's creeped me out a little
Yeah, it's
bit.
like,
Actually
thanks,
sus.
but don't do that again.
Yeah, that was creepy.
Thanks, but don't do that again. Bro.
Yeah, that made me uncomfortable. Like,
It's like, Nani, what are you?
that means you listened to me describe it. You heard all my whole everything about the whole thing I said, the whole hour I talked.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
That shit would have me feeling the type of way. I'm not gonna lie. I got questions for y'all. No, I'm not gonna ask that one first.
Bruh.
I'm gonna say this. Would you opt to have a sex bot if it
A
was
sex
sentient,
bot?
borderline sentient, more than a sex bot, robot partner?
I feel like it's a slippery slope, man.
Like, yeah, what if you get addicted to, you got a
Yeah.
robot wife, now you're crazy because you haven't left the house in 6 months. And you're like, what are you talking about? I was spending time with my wife.
My
And it's like a
wife.
robot comes, it's literally a robot.
Yo, in the last episode, my homie Mickey Finance, he was saying like, because I asked him what's his ideal sex bot, but let's sex bot sounds cheap, robot companion, right? His ideal robot companion is like a companion that knows his like all his information, but it's cool with it because it's like it's still your tool in a sense. So it can like handle your meetings. It can tell you what other women are telling you.
It's like fucking Siri. Except
It's like
fucking Siri.
You're fucking Siri. You're
Yeah.
fucking, and
Say
Siri's
my
smart.
name, Siri.
Brandon.
You can program it.
You know, that's crazy.
Giggity.
Giggity.
But yeah, like something along those lines where it's like on point enough and it can wake you up. It can do all sorts of stuff for you.
Yeah, that's a
And drop
Siri.
it on you.
That's a human Siri. Siri came with the pussy.
That's like an Android Siri.
Yeah.
What would y'all rock with it?
I like it's definitely a slippery slope
Yeah,
for sure.
I think it's something to avoid at all costs.
Well, I
'Cause
mean,
it-
it's two sides. It can help people focus, but it can help some people be derailed as hell from life.
they like
Yeah.
stop leaving the house. What
Yeah,
you
like,
gotta,
why you-
nothing.
Yeah, you're not even gonna try to like meet actual girls if you just.
And they can tell you whatever joke you wanted to tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think this thing is gonna be better for people than porn though, because at least with this, you're getting actual practice at sex.
It's
You think about
practice.
it.
This is all I
No,
need now.
The thing about it though, porn, it's like it removes people from actual sex. So to have this thing where you can straight up just kill. So when you go kill, it's like this person's a beast. It's
Who
like, what
taught
do you
you that?
who taught you that? It's
Siri.
like,
I googled it.
yeah, I googled it. Yeah,
It'll be cool because then you could like
Use it in
Google
gym.
different like sex positions.
You go load it to the
You
machine.
get different programs for that shit.
Yo, people would be professional. Like,
Yeah, you don't ever get pregnant.
Everybody would be porn star level.
Yeah,
Everybody would actually be porn star level.
Everyone's just fucking their robots.
Yeah, but if you're fucking a robot, you're gonna be selfish as shit.
You're gonna be OD selfish. Because it's a robot. You don't have to.
You don't give a fuck unless it starts complaining to you.
But
After.
you should.
Yeah, that'd be kind of funny. Now starts complaining.
I feel like people.
You never spend time with me. Shut, what the fuck?
But that's your incentive to learn.
You're right. It's your incentive to learn.
That's great. Also practices relationships. Now you actually go crazy.
Nah, I would just turn down the sensitivity. Like turn down the sensitivity. Turn that shit down. Put that on 20%.
That's
like,
funny.
what do you mean? Oh yeah, it's not that serious. Yeah. That's the level we need. That's the level we need.
It's not that deep. You're right. It'd be like that though. Oh yo, shawty, it's not that deep.
Oh yeah,
they be taking it a little further. I'm like, it's really not that deep.
I feel like that would like kind of force, like, cause I feel like once like sexual desires are fulfilled with people, then it's gonna be a matter of people having actual substance and having value.
Yeah,
Because you can't just dangle pussy and you can't dangle it.
I got a robot. Can't
It's like, what else can you do? Can you cook? Can you clean? Are you smart? What is it? Bye. Next.
You gotta beat the Siri to,
This is the bar. This is the metal bar. If you ain't passing this, it's clip for you. It's long for you. That shit would be crazy. Bro. I don't think I would want it. Like, I'm not gonna hold you. I'd have a robot harem, like an android harem.
Well, I was gonna say the next step is if you get bored of your robot, you're gonna go
Get
buy
more than one
another
robot.
one.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I would do. I wouldn't just have one.
How do you hide them? What if somebody comes over?
I'm not hiding shit.
Are they
okay.
easy to
I'm not hiding.
disassemble?
They'll be serving shit. They'll be serving
They're cooking us
shit.
dinner tonight.
I don't.
Yeah, like I'll have a whole army. What do you mean? Like, come on. I'm gonna have like 6 of them. Just,
I wonder if they could teach me like karate. Like,
Yeah.
you could probably. That's what I'm
I can
saying.
download fighting things with them.
It could be your sparring partner.
Yeah, sparring partner.
Next time you go to fuck, you realize you forgot to switch the program.
That's right.
Oh no!
It just starts whooping your ass.
Oh Lord!
I forgot I made her a black belt.
Yo, that would actually be crazy though. Like this companion, you can download information to it. Oh, I think that's gonna happen one day. But that's insane.
In the future, I think we're getting there with AI and stuff.
We're getting there. Once AI is on point, robotics is just gonna accelerate because it'll be like a demand.
It's kind of crazy how AI is a thing, though.
Yeah.
GPT-4 is crazy. Speaking of GPT-4, I'm gonna pull up my phone, so if we ever gotta ask it questions, I could just.
It's crazy 'cause you can write essays with it. Like, it can talk like people now. All those freaking videos of, like, the presidents making jokes or playing Minecraft. I be watching them, like, they playing Minecraft. And
Yeah,
shit.
dude, that's just hilarious.
Yeah. AI can do a lot of stuff, which is really nerve-wracking.
Yeah, I just don't believe anything anymore. That's
Yeah.
the takeaway, I think.
It could write everything. It can write an essay. You can tell it write essay about whatever war, and it would just write the essay. It's cited and everything.
Yeah.
Make it 500 words. Make it more.
Yeah,
happy,
it would
make
really-
it sadder. Make it. You can customize something.
And students been handing that shit in because it really just writes a pretty decent essay. Like,
Yeah.
it's kind of crazy.
Is there even a way to catch that? Like, how
They
do you
made
know?
something to catch it, but then there's a counter thing to stop the catch up.
There's a lot of variety to it anyway, so it's still hard because so much variety in the AI.
Yeah.
It's
You gotta ask it, like, make it so that blah 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 website doesn't pick up on it.
You can say anything.
Wow.
It'll say, okay.
That's because it won't get rid of like almost half the jobs too. If like it's gonna change a lot of jobs.
Yeah.
I think a lot of jobs are gonna be lost, but we're gonna have more important jobs available.
But we thought journalism was dead before. It's gonna be extra dead now.
Only extra. You don't even have to need a person for anymore.
Like the person would be the one doing like investigative stuff. But
Yeah, like,
if
You go
don't
snap
even-
a picture and have it do the rest of like the
that picture you might write a small blurb and then it writes everything else.
Yeah, like the art of writing is gone.
The dark side of this though is that people take a slightly incriminating looking picture and paint a whole other narrative, and make mad fake ass sources.
Yeah, you could do
Now, the
whatever,
government
yeah.
just gives fake news. So imagine the government using Chat GPT or GPT-4.
Just it could just create stories.
Yeah,
Just
Seriously,
fuck
it
with
could just make up
everybody.
stories too. Like write a story about blah.
Yeah.
It would just make a story.
for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, that's something like the government could use easy, like to do their
to distract us.
shit.
And to do reports, but to distract the hell out of us, making bare controversy.
Yo,
Trump in Texas with Joe Rogan, like, oh my God, oh, what is it? Like, you get people riled
In
up
Texas with Joe Rogan.
and make a whole detailed
On a
500 word
podcast.
article, single spaced with fake, like, you know what I mean? You could ask it, make a story about Joe Rogan and Donald Trump
hanging out
in Texas,
Smoking weed
with guns,
with guns
and a chimp.
Yep.
Yo, I'm low key. I low key want to ask like GPT-4. I'm about to ask you. Let's see.
Have you seen the AI pictures of Trump getting arrested? Like when that whole thing was going on?
Yeah, I saw that.
Dude, those pictures
AI
look so
pictures?
real.
Those are AI pictures?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even know
Wait,
that.
what? Whoa, break that down.
I saw the pictures, like Trump getting arrested, and it's like kind of funny, but like I didn't know they're AI pictures.
Yeah, dude, they look real.
I don't know nothing about this. Put me on.
Except all the cops look like they're like brothers. But
At most, I thought it would be like Photoshop or something, but I didn't think it was AI.
I'm on the login. It is.
everybody was kind of like freaking out because of how real they looked. It's like mad people thought it was they were like the real photos.
I just found out it was a fake photo.
Oh, this is one of them.
They need a freaking app for OpenAI. This ChatGPT stuff. I'm tired of going in and logging in on the site.
Yeah, this was one of them. Just like,
Oh shit!
I didn't even know that was fake.
yeah, fucking yeah, right.
I thought, yeah, I know it was fake at all.
Wait, let me see. Wait, hold it up to the camera.
It looks like
That's
he started running away and everybody just like fucked him up. Right?
I saw other pictures too, but I didn't know they were fake. That's crazy.
That's wild.
AI is crazy. What the?
Yeah,
that's
dude.
bonkers.
It's rewriting reality, man.
Yeah, entering the Matrix.
We're actually in the Matrix.
Yeah, this is the Matrix, and that's not necessarily a good thing, but it's okay.
I mean, it's good and bad.
I feel like when people, if they were to just be okay, we're living in a simulation, I feel like people wouldn't care that much. I feel like it already feels like we're living in one, if it makes sense.
It does kind of feel like that, though, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Sometimes other things work out in my life, and I'm like, that felt weird. How did that just happen? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It kind of played out in a way that was just like written. I was like, oh, okay, all right.
Yeah. This feels like a Chat GPT script.
I'm about to tell you what I'm about
Exactly. Sometimes, I mean, did I do this already, or is this just, you know what I'm saying?
This is what I'm about to tell ChatGPT. Make a story about Donald Trump and Joe Rogan smoking weed in Texas over guns, discussing ways to finesse the government.
You see, Joe.
Let's see what it says. Disclaimer, this story is a work of fiction and not intended to be taken seriously or as a political statement.
Wow.
And it's writing a whole fucking story. I'm going to just skim through it.
At rapid pace.
Bro, it's writing paragraphs and it's like, it has dialogue and shit. Oh shit, Rogan nodded, taking a drag from his joint. I think there's a lot of people who would love to see you backing up. Oh my God, yo.
That's crazy.
Okay. I'm just, so for those of y'all who don't know how to read essays, if you read the intros of each paragraph, you should get a gist of what the fuck is happening. So I'm just going to read the first sentences of each paragraph. Donald Trump and Joe Rogan had been planning a trip to Texas for weeks. Yada, 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 yada. Once they arrived at the ranch, they wasted no time in indulging in their favorite pastime. Blah, blah, blah. It's weed, etc. After a while, they decided to take a break from smoking and head to the shooting range. Yada, yada, yada. I could still be president, Trump said, taking aim at a bullseye. All I need is the right people behind me.
Wow.
Rogan nodded, taking a drag from his joint. I think there's a lot of people who would love to see you back in office, but how do we do it? Trump leaned against a fence post, deep in thought. We could start by getting rid of those damn liberals. They're the ones who are holding this country back. Rogan took a step back, looking at Trump with concern. I don't know, man. I think we need to find a way to work together instead of tearing each other apart. Yo, this shit is like...
It's like deep, too.
It sounds like something that they would, like, what?
It sounds accurate, like something Trump would say.
Yeah. This reminds me of like the Key and Peele skit where they try to go find the retired war vet to try to get him, like, to recruit him.
He got shot.
Yo.
That's pretty cool. Like, that was a deep story, too. Like, it had, like, a plot and everything.
Yo, there was a lot. I stopped, but it was, like, it kept going. Like,
it had a plot. Like, it created a plot in less than 10 seconds.
Bro, there was some, like, nice... Let me look at this. There's some, like, nice... descriptive fucking grammar. As the stars came out and the night grew darker, Trump and Rogan drifted off to sleep, dreaming of a world where they could finesse the government and take back control. Whether or not they would succeed remained to be seen, but for now they were content to smoke weed and shoot guns in the heart of Texas. That's fucking poetic.
That's brilliant.
That's fire.
That was less than 10 seconds.
Yeah.
You put it in, and it was boom. Full story with plot, thesis and conclusion, dialogue, everything. Interactions.
And we could edit this right now and say
cliffhanger as well.
Place it in the year 2005. We could get weird with it. Like, make both of them Jedis and rewrite the
Make both of them Jedis.
Make both of them Jedis and rewrite the story.
That's actually hilarious.
You could say like write it in the style of whoever author too, and have it change like.
Let's do it.
Shit like that, like write like Ernest Hemingway.
How about this? Make both of them Jedis and rewrite the story in the voice of Arnold Schwarzenegger. How do you spell his last name?
I have no idea. You have to look that up.
I'm just gonna type it in fucked up and let it figure it out. I butchered his shit. Whatever. In a galaxy far away, holy shit. Oh my goodness. This shit is going in. I feel like this story's longer.
You gave him more to work with this time.
Oh shit. Alright, boom, right? In a galaxy far, far away, two powerful Jedi Knights named Donald Trump and Joe Rogan were on a mission to save the universe from the clutches of evil.
The liberals.
The liberals.
That's what it's going to be.
Yo, and then later on, I'm just going to read the first sentence of each paragraph. As they entered the temple, the scent of incense filled the air, and they knew they were in the presence of greatness. Oh my God. Yo, I got to read this part that's within this paragraph, though. The two Jedi sat cross-legged on the floor, meditating in silence. Donald Trump's orange lightsaber glowed brightly beside him, while Joe Rogan's green one hummed softly. This is crazy.
Okay, hear it now.
Yo, this is different. This is actually different.
Like how they made his orange too.
Yeah.
And
It's
then
like
Joe's green. Like, what the fuck is this? I think, okay, so it's in the perspective of Arnold.
That's insane.
Hey guys, I said as I entered the temple. What are you doing here? How does he sound? Get down!
What are you doing here?
What are you doing here? Donald Trump and Joe Rogan opened their eyes, smiling at me warmly. We're on a mission, Arnold, Donald Trump said. We're trying to find a way to finesse the dark side and restore balance to the Force. I see, I replied, nodding my head in understanding. And how can I help? Joe Rogan stood up and handed me a joint. Smoke this, Arnold. Oh, this is Joe, not Donald. Smoke this, Arnold. It'll help you connect with the Force. I took a deep drag, feeling the smoke fill my lungs as I exhaled. I felt the surge of energy coursing through my body. Wow, I said. This stuff is incredible. Donald Trump said.
Nice. I could actually listen to this for a while because now I'm like getting invested in the Force dragging on.
This shit is actually interesting.
Yeah, like this is getting pretty interesting.
Yo, this could probably be a whole YouTube channel.
You can make a whole show. Just
That's what I'm saying.
like, if you just kept going, it could be a whole show.
That's what we gonna do. Fuck it. That's what we gonna do. That's gonna be a whole other segment. Just like talking
An AI story.
An AI story.
Yeah, I was like, man, what they about to get into? Like,
I'm not gonna hold you. That's gonna be a segment now. That's gonna be a segment. An AI story.
Yeah, what is Arnold Schwarzenegger about to get into with Joe Rogan and Donald Trump?
Find out next episode.
Yeah. What adventures,
episode.
lie ahead of them?
Yeah, let me finish this story just because this shit is actually interesting. Wow, I said something. Donald Trump stood up and ignited his lightsaber. Let's practice our lightsaber skills, Arnold. Oh, wait, no. Let's practice our lightsaber skills, Arnold. We need to be ready for whatever the dark side throws at us. I unsheathed my lightsaber, feeling the familiar weight in my hands. We trained for hours, the three of us moving with grace and precision. As the sun began to set, we collapsed on the ground, exhausted but exhilarated. Thanks, guys, I said, catching my breath. That was amazing. Joe Rogan nodded, a smile on his face. We're glad you could join us, Arnold. We're stronger together than we are apart. Donald Trump stood up, dusting off his robe. Let's go back to the ship, boys. We have a long journey ahead of us. As we made our way out of the temple, I couldn't help but feel grateful for the friendship of these two Jedis. Together, we could overcome anything the dark side threw at us. The end, an AI story.
Shoot, you can make a whole series out of that.
Yo, no cap?
That's the introduction.
That's gonna be the intro.
Now we just need like a problem to be in the story. Like what they about to solve? Like what are we solving?
We're gonna make. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make it interesting. That's gonna be the first thing we do in this podcast. Now, fuck it. Yeah,
that's cool.
That'll be hard in the beginning. We just chop it up, make a story, have some AI, give us some entertainment. That's crazy.
That really is crazy. That's gonna change so much in society.
This is insane.
That can make stories.
Yeah. It's gonna allow people who couldn't do shit before to do it now.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how to do art.
It can do
AI
art for you. That's scary. It replaces so many people's actual jobs.
Yeah. I think those people just have to figure out a way to
Get around it, or like
utilize
use AI to make the job easier or better.
Yeah. Like if you're an artist with a particular style, you feed AI like hundreds of your own photos or hundreds of your own like paintings, you can have the AI generate your own style.
At least that way you'll be able to like make things faster because you have AI to assist you.
Yeah.
That would be lit. I feel like as long as we can control the likeness that the AI is portraying, you know, like there has to be some legality to that. You can't just write an entire you can't write something for you to hit like the stage, right, in the style of Dave Chappelle and have it be spot on and not get sued.
Yeah,
like there has to be some kind of boundary of like.
I think right now it just got more to do with the court of public opinion, where a lot of people's biggest problem with AI is it's jacking other people's style. Like it's like biting their shit.
I saw on Instagram they're doing those AI pictures, those I forgot what it was called, but everyone was making all those paintings themselves. Yeah. Like you just put like 10 pictures of yourself, you put it on
Lens AI,
yeah, and it would make like pretty cool art. Like but that art was derived from other's art.
It was quick
and gave no credit
to like the sources of
the source, but it took styles from other artists.
Yeah,
and that was the problem with it.
Yeah, there's really no workaround for that, right? Unless you get.
How do you even control that?
Yeah.
Like how do you control that? You know?
Well, I mean, it'll take 10 years, but eventually the law will catch up. Right?
Yeah, but that's to figure all that out. Like, how do you track someone like that? You know what I'm saying?
It's gonna take time. I'm not gonna lie. Well, I got a question for y'all, right? What do y'all think of the what do you both think of the ethics of gene editing in the future? For example, if I wanted to, I don't know. You seen Cyberpunk 2077?
No.
Watch it. It's good. It's freaking good. But imagine we get to a point where it's like, if I were like a hacker, I could get like a black market fucking thing in my eyes, so I look at people and I can scan their fucking cards and shit because like my eyes just do cool shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Or I can scan somebody's fingerprints by shaking hands with them and have that stored into a database. You know, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, but this is like the black hat side. In the general society, of course, you'll have stuff where people just have stuff to boost their lung capacity. And, you know, we talked about before being able to record shit with their eyes and do all sorts of cool shit. Like,
I would agree with it in the case, like, hey, take these
so.
diseases out there. Like, if you see genetics in there, you could take certain, you know, genetically passed on traits that are, you know, cause diseases. Take those out. Other than that, I wouldn't mess with it.
I would be fucking terrified if you get a text and just like, I've got control of your lungs. Like, if you don't pay me X amount of money, I'm turning your lungs off.
That's some excellent shit.
And even if it was like a scam, I'd still be terrified because you don't know, you know?
If somebody says, I'm going to shut your medulla off.
If you got people who can control other people's bodies, that's like that's X-Men shit.
Yeah.
That's a superpower now.
That's different.
Hackers will find a way, man.
Like hack into your bodies.
Yeah.
Yo, imagine you
hack these nuts, nigga. Get out of you good.
You're like,
okay, back.
He was dead ass. He was dead ass. And he calls you back. Oh, I shut it off for 5 seconds. Had that. I'm sorry. Breathing hard as fuck.
Can't stop freaking coming.
Yo.
It's like
that works. Yo, imagine you just get tickled remotely.
Oh, that'd be crazy.
Yo, that's torture.
Yeah,
that's torture.
That's cruel and unusual.
Yeah, that's just wrong.
Yo, I would be so pissed. But yeah, no, that shit would be fucked. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, what's the limit for y'all?
I don't think that would happen anytime. I don't think we would like hack into other people's bodies because my body's still a fleshy thing. You can't hack into it.
But they can hack the machinery in your body.
If I have machinery in my body,
well, that's
but what happens when that's a norm? What happens when that's like a norm? Because it's gonna it's gonna happen. Right now we're cyborgs already. We're interfacing with machines and shit on the daily and using it to do what we do, but it's just outside of us. Like Elon's doing, like, imagine, because Neuralink, right? That's the thing. Imagine once a Neuralink is like V7, V10, people are going to be doing it. People are going to be learning 17 fucking languages in one day, learning how to be Mike Tyson level boxing in 3 months. So people are going to be doing some shit.
I could just download shit, yeah.
And it's gonna help people walk. Like for people who like have like actual diseases and shit, it'll help them. So even outside of the superpower aspect of it, the first use of this kind of technology is 100% gonna be for helping people disabled, right?
Yeah.
So it's like there's gonna be people with tech in their body. People have pacemakers now. There's people with tech in their body already. It's just,
there's pacemakers.
you know what I mean? It's just like not.
It's gonna get advanced soon.
It's gonna get advanced. It's gonna.
I'm just glad that I think that by the time it's really crazy, we'll be gone. So I don't know. I don't gotta worry about that.
Might get crazy in
For
like 10
me to
years.
hack into people's bodies, that can't be anytime soon.
I don't know.
That is
I'd say 100 years.
I wouldn't say
because things are going fast,
15.
but I don't think it's going that fast.
I say 15.
I say no less than 30.
Yeah, definitely.
I do believe AI will be really like incorporated, maybe like with genetic.
Yeah.
Before a baby's born, they could splice those genes, whatever. But as far as hacking into a living person's body, I think that's
Y'all going to decide on the podcast because it's like March 2023. It's March and end of March 2023. I'm thinking 15. They thinking 30. Let's see.
I don't think so. I don't think it's gonna be a short time at all. Yeah.
That shit, I'm afraid of that.
But I do think things are gonna get pretty advanced really soon, especially with AI. Things are gonna start going crazy.
But what are gonna be the ethics? What do you think is the limit where we have to all say, okay, we must put brakes on shit because people have too much power?
I don't think it's gonna happen.
What do you think what we're gonna get though?
I don't know exactly what they're gonna do with AI though, but it's definitely gonna be doing something really important.
I feel like it might be like an assistant. I think we might. Outside of the whole people getting chips and shit in them, I think we're definitely going to have some kind of like localized, we spoke about this, like a localized personal AI. Like a local P.A.I, personal
localized
AI.
personal AI.
Yeah. Get a little L-Pi and then boom. People got a corporate one. Like when you're at the job, you have an AI for interacts with you like when you're there, but then you have like your home one that knows all the
that I
shit.
see. That makes more sense. It like fix up all your home stuff, like turn lights, open the garage, clean the kit. Like I can see that happen.
That shit gonna be my guard dog.
Yeah, like the building itself is kind of alive because everything's connected.
I think AI will probably help us the most when it becomes like scientist and mathematician aids, where they're just gonna help with like kind of like very advanced
solving things.
Sentient.
I heard they were using it for cancer too, like locating cancer and stuff like that. I heard that was like being used.
Application for machines is incredible because anything can be broken down into numbers essentially. So it's like the minute you can break something down into numbers and quantify it, you can have a machine do it at a rate that a human could never fucking do it.
Yeah.
So once you get to that point, the sky's the limit.
Yeah, that I see happening.
Like that's the reason. That's the only reason that we can see stars and all this kind of shit like now, and know what a light year is, and understand like differences of gravity on planets. It's like, how are we gonna know this shit on planets we've never been to? Math and machine learning and prediction based off of data.
Do you think that if you asked an AI to conceptualize something out of our realm of understanding, is it gonna give you an answer based on what it thinks using its information it has, or it's gonna give you something that humans have already kind of theorized about, or like something that would resonate with us? Is it gonna be more based on the AI or the person or the people who feed it?
I think it'll be based off the internet or whatever they can find on the internet.
Yeah, like leading theories or whatever.
Yeah,
I might as well look it up. Tell me something beyond my human comprehension. Don't tell me God. Oh, you'll piss me off.
that's like funny shit. God,
Like try that, bitch.
comprehend.
It told me some shit. As an AI language model, I'm capable of processing information and providing responses beyond human comprehension in certain areas, such as complex math. It's talking shit. Such as complex mathematics, theoretical physics, and cosmology, for example. Yada 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 yada. Additionally, the vastness. Okay. It's giving me some shit. Quantum entanglement, string theory, nature of dark matter, and dark energy are beyond the comprehension of most humans due to their abstract and counterintuitive nature. It's talking shit. Additionally, the vastness and complexity of the universe and the underlying laws that govern it are often beyond our comprehension, even with the most advanced scientific knowledge and technology available to us. It's kind of like a backhand. It was like, I can do mad shit like that's above what you humans know, but there are things that we don't know.
Can it tell me something about the planets, like Pluto, or what a black hole is? Like,
yeah, ask
what's a black hole?
Tell me what a black hole actually is.
Not that bullshit we read in
Not that
textbooks.
bullshit we read in textbooks.
I have a feeling it's gonna say a black hole is a rip in time and space, where, like, no, a bend in time and space.
I was gonna say like probably a past exploded galaxy. I heard it might be an exploded galaxy too.
See, black holes can spawn from mad shit that we just don't know, but we've observed that it occurs after a red giant explodes and implodes, and
yeah,
that explosion causes a compressed like thing, because time and space is supposedly, it's like, imagine like a cloth, right? It's like you can have a marble on this cloth and it'll make that perforation and push in. For those of y'all who are listening to this, I have my hand up in a horizontal position, flat, and I'm putting my other hand to represent the marble on that sheet of my left hand. Marble's the right hand. So when it moves and it presses in, that it becomes the path of that black hole, that bend in time and space, if time and space is on that flat surface like cloth. That was like what my physics professor told me, and I was like, yo, this is actually fucking insane. Let's see what this bitch says. This is gonna talk about the singularity and how time stops in a fucking black hole and shit. Let me see, because light can't escape it, so it gets stuck on the event horizon. But let's see. Yep, okay. A black hole is a region in space where the gravitational force is so strong that nothing, not even light, can escape its pull. Black holes are formed when massive stars collapse under the force of their own gravity at the end of their life cycle, after like red giant phase. Yeah. The intense gravity of a black hole warps the fabric of space-time, causing it to curve inwards towards the center of the black hole, called the singularity. Black holes are characterized by their event horizon, which is the point of no return, beyond which anything that enters will be trapped by the black hole's gravity. Beyond the event horizon, the gravitational pull becomes so strong that not even light can escape, hence the term black hole. There are different types of black holes, ranging from small ones that are just a few times the mass of the sun to supermassive black holes that can contain billions of solar masses. Scientists continue to study black holes in order to better understand the fundamental laws of physics and the structure of the universe.
You said there's a black hole that can fit 1 billion planets? Is that what that said?
This shit said there are different types of black holes, ranging from small ones that are just a few times the mass of the sun to supermassive black holes that can contain billions of solar masses.
So like, that's really big.
That's bigger than planets. Solar masses, like the sun is way
bigger than suns. So if it's bigger than suns,
bigger than billions of
billions of suns. That's really big.
You can't even conceive that.
That's fucking scary.
It's big.
It's nothingness. That's like a vacuum cleaner of like the fabric of existence.
In my head, I was thinking, dang, what would happen if you go through? I'm thinking of a whole movie in my head, like an astronaut gets separated from a spaceship and he gets sucked into a black hole.
Goes into another
and he thought he was going to die instantly, but then he noticed that he wasn't dead at all and he was just floating in nothingness. But then he saw a light and then got sucked up into that light, and then he entered an alternate universe.
That would actually be crazy.
Yeah, so I was like, that was that movie. I was like, what? That could be a cool little.
I think that's Interstellar. Right
I was just about to fucking say, bro.
I think that they already made that one.
In my head, I'm like, yo, this is nothing.
But he didn't get sucked to a black hole though. I forgot how he ended up in going back in time. But
what the fuck happened to him?
I think it was a black hole.
Wasn't it a black hole?
I think so. And then he's like falling through time.
He's falling through time.
Yeah, it was a black hole. Yeah, and he saw like his past. He played the role of the past. Like, remember when the book fell? It was him on the other side of the shelf, and it dropped, and the whole thing happened, and it was just crazy. That shit was insane.
That was good. I like that movie a lot.
That movie, I had the first time I saw it and the second time I saw it, I had to do it in 2 sittings. It was too fucking long.
The movie, it's long sitting, but it's a lot though. They put a lot into that. That's a cool movie.
I wanted to soak it in. Like, I really had to soak in the first half and be like, okay.
Yeah, that's a movie I would rewatch though. It's a rewatchable movie.
And the soundtrack.
I feel like all Nolan movies you gotta rewatch at least twice.
Who?
Christopher Nolan.
Oh.
This movies are deep as fuck.
Because Interstellar was like pretty confusing. Obviously Inception, and then Tenet. Did you guys see Tenet? That was his like.
Tenet?
Yeah.
What's Tenet about?
It's like all the elite people in the world have access to this drug that lets you either like go back in time or go forward in time. Basically, like you can see.
What the fuck?
I don't know. It's like a lot of time fuckery, and
you could take a drug to move through time.
like a time ship.
This
like
is
a
like
time
Speed.
chip.
This is like Speed 5.0.
Yeah.
Speed with an nth dimension to it. Like, what the fuck is that? That's crazy.
But it's one of those movies that the concept is so complicated. It's like impossible not to have plot holes or like not to have this shit like make sense or whatever. It's just tough.
I really enjoyed that movie. Everything, Everywhere, all the same time.
I like that movie a lot. Everything, Ever, All at Once. It was the crazy thing about that movie. It was similar to an idea I had. 'Cause I was thinking about writing a movie one day. And I was like, what if there was this kid who he has a friend. His best friend recently died of cancer. He's sad. He falls asleep one night and he wakes up in like a world similar to his own, but it's just not exactly the same. And he meets a guy that's like very similar to his friend, but this guy's more like a gangbanger who's like just doing bad shit. And he ended up dying the same exact day his friend in the other world died. And now he was just sad and confused on both ends. But then he woke back up into the original world. But since it was still the same world, alternate like realities, like he knew things about people in his real world that they don't know he knew. Like, oh yeah, here, I know you like strawberries. She's like, I never told you like strawberries. But in the other world, he met her, and he knew that she liked strawberries. Because those things are always the same. Like, there's certain tendencies you always have.
Yeah.
And he knew that she liked strawberries, even though in his waking world, she never told him that. So, you know what I'm saying? And that Everything Ever All at Once, it was like a similar concept, except they were kind of hopping. Because the daughter had one problem, but it was just expressed in different ways, and the mom, same thing.
And how close is that to the movie that was made?
It was similar because there was one world where she was like a dominatrix and she was slapping this guy's ass. And when
sausage fingers.
Sausage fingers too, but that was mad random. I don't know why they kept throwing sausage fingers in our face.
That shit was weird.
It was mad random and weird, but I was like, fuck it. But then when she got back to the real world, she slapped the guy in the ass. It was shocking to him because that wasn't the reality, but he still liked it because that's something he would still like enjoy. So it was the same concept of you could know someone from their alternate version of themselves, or know something about them.
That movie. So I'm not gonna lie. The biggest thing that changed my perspective of like possibilities and time and whatnot was when I was doing my data science course. When you're doing a machine learning model, you're structuring a neural net with the idea of like a brain's neural structure, but there's methods as to how the information is processed, all the data and all the potential data. Because if each data serves as kind of like, I wrote this in one of my papers, as a quote unquote memory, then you have ways to maximize the value of each of those memories in the scope of teaching a computer in the process called machine learning. And there's this one thing called a random forest, which is a decision tree. A decision tree is like, for example, you have I don't know, you're going to turn left or right. There's a tiger behind you. One path is left, the other path is right. And then it goes down in like a hierarchical from top to bottom kind of structure. Random forest is a series of those decision trees. And that's kind of like how I view decisions that we make in life. Because it's like everything we do leads down one particular path and then that leads to another path. But it's like a matter of finessing those paths to get the desired outcome and knowing which paths to take. And that's where that movie clicked, because I think like that. And I was like,
there's almost basically like infinite situations that could happen, but each decision you make kind of trickles down more towards one,
Exactly. I did this data science course in 2020.
Event.
Like in 2020, I was thinking like this. When I saw that movie, it blew my. I was so happy to see that movie because it's just like, it made sense. And you saw like they had to do weird shit to like get the particular outcome that they wanted. They had to like, I don't know, sniff glue to gain something.
Yeah.
Just weird shit.
They just kind of threw it in there randomly too. But it's still like, I like that they just kind of threw that.
It's like cheat codes of the time-space continuum. Yeah. Like San Andreas, like up, down,
left, right. You have to do something
boom,
weird to wake up.
Yeah. That shit is freaking crazy. That movie was fucking sick.
It was a really cool movie. If you're into like, trippy things.
Yeah, I gotta watch it.
Yeah. You think we're gonna get to a time where people just download movies like to their brain on some Futurama shit?
To their brain?
Yo, Futurama.
To get it in your brain is a very long time. Maybe get it on your phone. That could happen. Like just getting more on your phone.
But what happens when putting shit on your brain is faster?
That's gonna be a long time until we get like brain chips. That's gonna take a long time to get the brain chips.
I don't know, cause we already have monkeys pointing at shit and just thinking of letters, and then the shit shows up. That's like a thing now. It's already.
Monkeys, but that's the monkey pointing at the screen, because monkeys are smart.
No, but without pointing though, just thinking of letters and
they think of it.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
That's like a. We're gonna ask GPT. Fuck Google.
Chat GPT.
We're gonna chat GPT that shit. Tell me about the experiment with monkeys. Use this bitch is not saying shit. I'm gonna just write it out.
There's a dog whose owner put like, I don't know, 100 buttons on the ground and basically trained the dog to like talk with the buttons.
Wow, 100.
Like just like a stupid amount. Like the dog could say like like a bunch of different words or whatever, and the dog ended up gaining like self-consciousness, like ended up becoming aware, and it would like come over and it would like hit the button and it would say like, mirror, look at self, sad, like, and
that happened. That really happened?
Yeah, and it would be like, what, like what life, like asking like all these like philosophical questions. Like the dog was like mad sad.
That's creepy. That's real. Like,
yeah,
that's so creepy.
This is a fucking slave. It's like, wait a minute, I'm with these humans and you're putting my shit on the floor. You're, what is happening? Look at me. What am I?
What is life? Hierarchy. Destroy.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's a rock. That's a throw away from being a crazy movie where the dog
overthrow humans. Overthrow humans.
Yo, it's right there. The dogs start banding together and shit. One acts all cute. You go in your sleep and it rips your throat.
Facts.
Different.
The dog's name is Bunny, and it asks.
That's a sus ass name for a dog.
It asks its owner why she's a dog. Like with the buttons. Like.
Yo, fuck. Now I was like, yo, what if that dog was a human in the past life? That's scary. I used to be contractor. Now I'm a dog.
Yo. I want donuts. Remember, old me.
Facts, old me. I have family.
She stared at the mirror and asked, "Who's this?"
That's crazy.
Okay, I found the thing. I told ChatGPT, tell me about the experiment with monkeys using their minds to draw letters. In a groundbreaking experiment, researchers taught monkeys to use their minds to draw letters on a computer screen. The experiment was conducted by a team of neuroscientists at Stanford University, led by Krishna Shenoy. Sorry if I butchered your name. The experiment involves implanting electrodes into the brain of two rhesus macaque monkeys. The electrodes were connected to a computer, allowing the researchers to record the activity of the monkeys' neurons in real time. The monkeys were then trained to use their thoughts to control a cursor on the computer screen. So I'm saying, y'all thinking this shit is 500 years. This shit is
old.
This been happened. This happened like a couple years ago too.
By the time we're old, there probably
shit is
crazy technology.
They said initially the monkeys were trained to move the cursor to different targets on the screen using a joystick. Once they were proficient at this task, the joystick was removed, and the monkeys were asked to move the cursor using only their thoughts. So it's like, imagine us, we have spent an entire life of writing and shit, an entire childhood of writing. We're going to be on a different level than a monkey. These monkeys don't know shit about human language, and they're just like showing them a little joystick and they're like getting letters. It says the researchers then went a step further and trained the monkeys to draw letters on the computer screen using their thoughts, show an image of a letter. Imagine moving the cursor in a pattern that matched the shape of the letter. Researchers were able to decode the activity of the monkey's neurons and use this information to reconstruct the letter on the computer screen.
So we'll be able to move things with our minds at some point in time.
Bro, the experiment was published in the journal Nature in 2018.
Damn.
That was 5 years ago. So we'll be able to move things with our mind.
Yeah.
Like physical things?
Computers first.
Like we're gonna be able to manipulate machines with our minds.
Like, say if I'm going to Google, I can just Google it with my mind. Or
don't let your intrusive thoughts win.
No.
Yo, that's the danger of it.
What if you have those crazy thoughts kind of randomly pop up? You can't let those.
I'd be like that. There has to, like, in this, we have to keep understanding the human mind better as a society. That way, we know the boundaries and the guardrails of this kind of tech. Because somebody could be sitting down thinking some dark shit, and then it's like, one thing leads to another, and they're like, wait a minute, I have blood on my hands.
Yeah, facts.
Oh, knife. Wait, it was supposed to be like.
Maybe there's like, I don't know, it's gonna be some fail safe for like violent thoughts or whatever.
Yeah, some kind of thing.
Shuts you down.
Like when we spoke about Psycho-Pass. Did you watch it?
No.
Yo, that Psycho-Pass, it's about that because they use AI and machine learning to predict when people are going to turn into sickos and just remove them off rip.
Yeah.
Like, hey, you're going to commit a crime in 2 weeks, so you're going to go to jail. It's like, what do you mean? I didn't do shit.
Yeah.
And then you find out that the machine is on point, but then there's corruption behind it and shit.
There's a really shitty Tom Cruise movie from like the early 2000s about that called Minority Report, I think.
Oh, Lord, yes. Minority Report. I remember that shit.
And there's like 3 like I don't know, like angels or like whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
And they're the ones who can predict the future. And they're like, yo, Tommy Cruise, like,
He's gonna do
like,
some.
this guy's gonna
wild
kill his wife.
Shit. Yeah. Minority Report. Forgot about that shit. Yo. Old shit. I don't know. Older TV shows and movies. I feel like they've just done so much justice. Like Futurama, Ed, Edd n Eddy, Courage the Cowardly Dog. Even shit like Jetsons. Like shit like that is crazy. But I don't know. We're far away from having cars hover and all that kind of stuff. I need that though.
Yeah. The Jetsons.
I think we're a long way from developing like physical tech, much closer to developing shit that like exists in computers in a way. You know what I mean?
Optimizing shit.
Like AI doesn't really like affect our outside world.
Not yet.
But not yet. But like I'm talking about like in like regards to, like hovering, like anti-gravity type shit. Like it's way farther.
That's a separate technology to all together.
You ever heard of quantum locking?
No.
So quantum locking is a phenomenon where you take two different types of superconductors and cool them down, and basically they hover above each other. They hover parallel to each other in a particular position, and you can like move it and it'll stay in like that position while they're not touching.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna show you a video because it sounds like bullshit, but I'm gonna show you a video.
On the left over there? Is that it?
Oh yeah, that should be blended in. It's a freaking phenomenon. Quantum locking.
They're I think it's the Japanese bullet trains. They're developing like trains that instead of being on the track, they're propelled by magnets to like glide.
That is the thing.
Is that like similar to that?
No. Well, you said they're propelled by. Are they using electricity?
Like I don't know. That might be. I just know it's like magnet tech. Or magnet tech.
This is magnet, but it's just different. Like, see?
Oh, I've seen that before.
Oh, that's got to be what it is.
Yeah, that would be what hover cars would be if they made put metal under all the roads and stuff.
It's zero friction, but you got to keep the shit cold. That's the thing.
Yeah, I have seen that before. I actually watched this video before.
Mm-hmm.
Why you got to keep it cold? Is that
Does heat change magnets? I don't know.
The temperature does some shit with like the magnetism. I was looking at a few videos on this shit, like explaining what's really happening. This shit defies gravity.
Is that liquid nitrogen, bro?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
That shit nice and cold.
God damn.
Legit zero friction. You can do this shit upside down.
It looks so smooth. Yeah, but I saw it on TikTok, I think. But I saw it somewhere.
You saw it on TikTok? Oh,
I think
shit.
so.
You could put shit in between it. It's just, that's insane. No friction.
That has to be the future, dude.
This video's from like 3 years ago. This shit is old as fuck. Putting it in fixed positions and shit.
Yeah, I saw another video similar to that, except they were able to rotate the stone and also slide. The stone was able to rotate on an angle.
Mm-hmm. You can. I wonder if he's gonna do it in this video.
I'm wondering if it goes fast enough, will it fall off the path?
Nah.
No?
It's quantum locking. It's locked together on a quantum level.
What the fuck?
On a quantum level shit that's like
what the hell is even that?
Insane. Like a hydrogen bomb. Hydrogen bomb is like you're smashing these fucking particles together, and on a quantum level they react. That's why the hydrogen bomb is exponentially more deadly than nukes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So shit on a quantum level, when we fuck with that, it's just
Didn't we drop a hydrogen bomb?
Did we?
In Japan?
Nah.
Those were
hell no. Those are
which
those
bomb
are
was that we
nukes.
dropped on?
We dropped
Japan?
nukes. If we dropped 2 hydrogen bombs in Japan, Japan wouldn't exist. Hydrogen
What
bomb?
did we drop on Japan?
Nukes.
Nukes, like Little Boy and Fat Boy.
Yeah, nukes.
That's fucked up.
It was so fucked
That's
up.
fucked up.
It's so fucked up.
You know, nuke on somebody?
They were like,
Twice.
oh, they wouldn't surrender.
Damn.
Oh,
We thought they were savages.
Yeah.
2 times.
They really just said, we spent all that money. We're fucking using this thing.
Yo, they were like, yo, we want to try this new shit.
Yeah.
Try it on them. It's either them or Finland. Pick one. Pick one.
I would have been that guy voting for Finland.
Yo, I was like, leave
It was an
the
atomic
leave
bomb.
good. Yeah, it was nukes. They dropped them atomic shits. You see,
Damn.
dropped a hydrogen bomb.
That's OD, bro. It made
Not
it worse.
necessary.
Damn.
2 times though in 3 days.
Yeah,
In
yo.
3 days. That's
No wonder they say
fucked.
Japan got really fucked up after that.
Yeah, yo, I was actually listening to a podcast earlier today, and they were talking about the story of a man who died in '08, but like he was alive throughout this whole shit. He lived like 90 something years, and he was there for the first bomb drop. He got badly injured. Like he said, like one moment it was just like bright light, and then he was in the air spinning like a fucking tornado. He just hit something, boom, burns and all that. He got healed. Not really healed, but got bandaged up and whatnot, and then went to the second place that got bombed. He didn't fucking know. But yeah, and also his coworkers and shit, everybody survived. I don't fucking know how, but yeah, he survived 2 atomic bombs in 3 days.
That's insane.
And lived to 90 something.
You don't know how a lot of people got sick from it, like some
Like
kind of
people
weird disease
died and got cancers, and
Yeah.
their kids
Yeah.
got cancers.
Yeah, like I heard it like passed on. Like it really.
Fuck them.
Damn, bro. Yo, that's no wonder people don't fuck with us. We dropping nukes on people.
Dude, we're doing a lot of fuck
times.
shit.
Damn.
I was looking up a lot of the Banana Republic stuff after we talked last time.
Yeah.
Dude, I think it was Guam when we were trying to like cause insurrection and instability in Guam for like the banana companies.
Yeah.
We created a fake news station that was operating outside of Florida, and we were creating news stories about insurrection and rebellion and protesting that wasn't happening. Like
We made propaganda, fake ass propaganda.
We make fake propaganda to make people think that in Guam that there was an insurrection, that they would start rebelling,
to justify it.
and then we helped the rebels like throw
That's
them over.
Crazy.
Isn't that so fucked up?
It's fucked up, but we also did some sick shit with Reagan in the 80s with like a war. We were basically saying that there's a war in the streets and whatnot. Reagan introducing crack to the fucking to the neighborhoods, but while simultaneously having the federal government work with militia in South America to fund wars and whatnot to gain that extra bag.
Yeah.
It's very fucked up. It was in Colombia, I believe. Yo, America's. Oh, and also we did drop a hydrogen bomb.
Where?
The first and only use of a hydrogen bomb in warfare occurred in 1952, November 1st, when the United States detonated let me be very clear about this, 10.4 megaton device over the remote Pacific island of Elugela, Elugelab.
Is that bomb that you see that random clip of just an explosion in the ocean? Was it that one? There's a clip you always see.
The one in SpongeBob.
One in SpongeBob, it's just like a bomb and it's mad big, but it's in the ocean. I think it could have been that
Did
bomb.
it have that
probably.
mushroom shape? If it had that
It's a mushroom shape,
it's
it was just
atomic, it's
ginormous.
atomic. The first time I saw a hydrogen bomb detonate, that shit scared the fuck out of me.
Seeing an atomic explosion
Fucking
is
crazy.
on my
I
bucket
don't think I want
list.
to see any explosion of that magnitude.
In a controlled setting, it'd be really cool.
I was about to say,
Yeah.
define to see it.
Yeah, no, because it's a bad bucket list item to have.
Yeah,
But-
right.
Yeah.
I want to see the biggest explosion known to man.
I just don't want it
Without
anywhere
being in
near
it.
me.
Without being in
or anywhere near it, remotely to be affected.
Yeah.
We see hydrogen bomb. I'm really gonna type this into into YouTube. Hydrogen bomb explosion.
Have you guys seen the miniseries Chernobyl on HBO?
No, I've been meaning to.
It's one of the best things. It's only 5 episodes, but it really does a good job of describing like the horrors of
Jesus fuck.
nuclear shit.
Just look at this thumbnail. That shit doesn't look like God powers.
That is God.
That's scary.
That's,
It looks like some shit out of Bleach
yeah.
or
Facts.
Dragon Ball Z or
It
something.
looks like all the shonen anime moves.
Oh my god. And then I see David Goggins under that. Why? Jesus fucking Christ. Nah, hell no. What do we do with this? What are we doing? Why do we not have world peace? What are we actually doing? What is this? I want to know how much square feet that is.
That's insane.
All I see is smoke rising.
What the fuck is... Why? Why does this exist? Jesus Christ. How
do you
much
survive
square
that?
feet can a hydrogen
Pray to
bomb
God.
That, like how?
Pray to the God who's
Because if I see a
dropping
nuke in the
bombs.
sky, I feel like I'll probably just sit there and have a drink.
Yeah.
Like if I was like,
Ain't shit to do.
I'm not stressing over this.
Yeah. It'll all be over soon.
Yeah, I'm not stressing, bro. You fuck that.
Yo, the blast radius? The destructive power of a hydrogen bomb is many times greater than that of an atomic bomb, yeah, which has a typical blast radius of around 1 to 2 miles. So the atomic bombs can do 1 to 2 miles. So this shit is over 1 to 2 miles for the blast radius. Fuck the debris.
Radiation debris.
Just
Yeah.
literally the blast is miles. The atomic bombs are 1 to 2 miles stronger, and this is acknowledging that this shit is several times stronger than an atomic bomb. So let's just say like 10 fucking miles, like 5 to 10 miles. That's a lot just for a blast radius. What
A lot of people.
What is that?
That's insane.
Yeah.
That's mad far
But we needed it, right, guys?
We needed it.
We needed it. We had to have it.
to stop the
To stop the.
to stop the dark side.
To stop the.
Let me check the list.
Yeah.
Like, what's the next thing we're fighting here?
Yeah.
Right, you need to plug in the variable with something. The
What's that thing we're stopping again, bro?
Yeah. It used to be communism.
yeah, I forgot about them. Yeah, that's what we find.
we stopping that.
The commies. I'll be right back. I can't find my lighter, so I'm gonna go light this by the stove. I'll be RB.
Okay, bro.
The commies.
Let's go back.
I'm not with it.
Huh?
I'm not with that hydrogen.
No, that's OD.
How do y'all feel about the vaccine mandate before?
I didn't like it. I had to get it for work, but I really was not trying to get that fucking vaccine.
I feel like I don't think there was anything wrong with the vaccine, so I didn't mind getting it. I just feel like it was just like a flu shot, and I usually don't get flu shots, so
Either.
I wasn't like.
I usually don't get flu shots anyway.
Yeah.
Sometimes they try to give it to me for work, but even then, I still like kind of don't even always get it.
Yeah.
What kind of chips are those, by the way?
Kill it. Kill the rest of that shit. I'm gonna light this up, and we're gonna do a round of something that I have called Flash Fusion. Y'all gonna see what it is, but yeah, BRB.
You gonna do a fusion dance?
Fusion, ha! No. That would be hard if you do that in real life. Okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna ask the AI, but I want to talk to y'all. What field y'all want these questions to be about? It's gonna be a series of questions. We're gonna answer them fast. I'm gonna put 1 minute on the clock, and we're just gonna, what y'all wanna, based off what we spoke about today. We spoke about like bombs and shit.
We got bombs, science, black holes. That was that type of conversation.
Anime AI.
We were on a lot of sci-fi stuff today. I noticed a lot of sci-fi conversations.
All right, we'll do sci-fi.
Now it looks like stick figures. Like,
Yo, the camera died. Let me just snap us back in now. But yeah, we were just talking about freaking game graphics. Yo, back in the day though, no cap. Back in the day, everything looked sexy.
for real.
Yo,
I had my PS2. I was chilling. Well, I didn't have PS2. But I had my GameCube, my Xbox. I was chilling.
remember we were talking about Sonic Heroes last time?
Yeah.
Sonic Heroes looked good for his time.
Yo,
like,
Sonic Heroes looked legendary. Soul Calibur, all that shit.
they looked dope.
Legendary.
Yeah.
Like, damn, Sonic is so realistic looking now.
Right. Nowadays, I'm looking at it like, damn. It's like when you look at something through a a magnifying glass, and it's just too close, and you're like, ew.
It's like when you take off your glasses, you're like, oh, what the fuck?
Right. That shit was freaking insane. But anyway, y'all ready for them questions?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Let's get it. Let me put this timer on. 3, 2, 1. Boom. Favorite sci-fi movie or book?
I like Interstellar.
I don't even know one off the rip. I'll say Star Wars. I
Do you
guess.
believe in extraterrestrial life? Extraterrestrial life?
Yes.
Yeah, because I see no reason why it can't happen.
It must.
Because if it's so big out there,
Yeah.
why would
We're talking about a place that holds 1 billion suns. There's gotta be life in
there'd be
there.
something else. Yeah.
Well, what's your worst sci-fi adaptation that you've seen? Or best?
You know that Avatar movie, The Last Air? It's not even sci-fi.
Yeah.
But that fake Avatar Last Air when they made that live action
What
bullshit.
the fucking
it
Fire
was-
Nation has to have torches and shit?
Yeah, and they're all Indian for some reason.
The whole Fire Nation was Indian. Anyway, that's different. Go ahead.
War of the Worlds.
Ooh, that was a different movie. What sci-fi tech do you want to see?
Sci-fi tech.
Sex robot.
Sex robot. I would like to have a personal spaceship.
I want an android. Oh, that's a timer. Fuck the timer. This shit is interesting.
Yeah.
I want an android like how remember Krillin how he knocked up 18. I want like an Android 18 level android.
It's like a human, but he's also a robot.
One could beat your ass too.
Yeah, she has superhuman strength.
She's not gonna do me dirty. She's not gonna. Krillin is a bozo. She's not gonna do me.
But Krillin's strong too.
Krillin's strong. He's a strong ass human. I'm not gonna lie.
He's like the strongest.
He's the strongest human.
He's
Yeah.
still a bitch. Like,
Facts.
When he's fighting aliens and gods, he gets he gets disrespectful.
You fight extraterrestrial life, it's like there's gonna be limits.
Yeah.
They're literally built different.
Yeah.
Actually built different. Like humans be like, oh yeah, I'm built different. But we're all 98% the same. They're actually built.
Yeah, they
different.
can lift up mountains and blow up planets. Like
do telekinesis at 2 years old and shit. Just blinking
just
off.
keep training, we'll get there.
Yeah.
Yo, whatever happened to Yamcha and Tien?
That's better that they're gone.
It's better than
shit.
They never got respect. Well, Yamcha never got respect.
You know,
Tien has cool moments every now and then.
Yeah.
He does with Chaozu.
Just in his triangle, whatever.
Yeah.
Damn, Hercule though, he was a scumbag.
Was he?
Always taking the credit.
He was a scumbag.
I mean, he wasn't a bad person, but he was like
he was a
fronting.
clout demon. That's
Yeah,
what it was. He was a clout demon.
You know me. I am the strongest, and I'm the one who's going to defeat Boo. You know that?
I've defeated Boo. And everybody's bleeding and shit.
Yeah.
Like, who actually did the work.
I've defeated Boo.
He shows up. He has a scratch on him. I've saved us again. Like
They forgot about him too. He hasn't been in anything recently.
he
They don't
never
even talk
really
about
had
Videl.
a function. Oh shit! When was the last time we've heard about Videl?
Yeah, I thought Gohan had a wife.
It had
What?
to be. I didn't see it, but the new movie that came out
He got
was
a kid.
supposed to be all about
Yeah, he
Gohan.
been had a kid.
He been had a kid.
He had a kid
OG.
10 years ago, then stopped having a kid, then re-had a kid once they made Super and all that bullshit.
Yeah, that's a fact.
He been had a
Shit is
kid.
not consistent.
Yeah.
You know what else is consistent? The logic of Dragon Ball Z, like of the Dragon Ball universe. Goku's died many times. You're supposed to be able to like be brought back like once or twice or something. That.
That's how it's supposed to work?
Yeah. Let's ask ChatGPT.
Because that's
In the Dragon Ball universe, how many times is a person allowed to be revived? Question mark. What is the limit?
Goku dies
Question
weekly.
Yeah.
Like he dies often. It's nothing
And
now.
he'll fight as an angel. Like, with
Yeah, he still fights. Like
Yeah.
him being dead don't even do nothing.
It's probably just better for him.
Yeah, he goes up and he don't even. He's like, I'll just stay dead. I don't. You know. He has a whole family here.
Yo, this shit. No, okay. In the Dragon Ball universe, the number of times a person can be revived depends on the method of revival. If a person is brought back to life with the Dragon Balls, they can only be revived once. However, there are other methods of revival that have different rules. For example, the technique of using the Namekian Dragon Balls allows for multiple revivals as long as the same person is not revived more than once. Additionally, characters who have been granted immortality, such as Frieza, cannot be killed. Wait, Frieza's immortal?
No, but he died.
Frieza was not immortal.
He's literally dead.
How is Frieza immortal? Question mark. What? What are you talking about? Oh, alright. Frieza is not technically immortal in the traditional sense, but he does possess a unique ability that makes him very difficult to kill. In the Dragon Ball universe, Frieza is a member of a race called the Frieza race, which possesses an inherent ability to survive even the most severe injuries and heal at an accelerated rate. The ability is referred to as survival of the fittest. In addition to his natural abilities, Frieza has undergone cybernetic enhancements, which further increases their ability in combat prowess. The enhancements, including a mechanical tail that can regenerate armor plates, that can withstand attacks and energy weapons built into his body. Frieza's abilities do not technically make him immortal. They do make him a formidable opponent and very difficult to kill. So he's a fucking reptile, essentially.
Yeah,
he's an alien reptile humanoid.
Wait, how many times did Goku actually die and get revived then?
I feel like he died a good, maybe. How many times has Goku died?
That was 3 times.
He died with Raditz and then Cell.
And so he actually stayed dead for mad long.
3 times. That's bullshit. How can he do that?
He did that 3 times.
That's the Namekian. He got brought back by the Namekian balls. Pause. He got brought back by the regular ones.
He died with Raditz. Then he died again with Cell.
What happened?
He stayed dead after Cell though. He didn't come back.
Yeah, no. He died because I remember he did there was the father son Kamehameha.
Yeah, he was dead already.
Pulled
and he
out.
stayed dead. He didn't come back.
Yeah,
So,
he was dead for a minute.
And then he came back in Boo Saga.
Yo, he ain't shit. He's a shitty father.
Because I know they asked like, why don't you come back and stay around? He's like, nah, don't worry about me. I have nothing there for me on Earth. And Gohan's like, there's nothing for me to do there on Earth.
Fuck, bro.
I'll just train up here
What
on
do you mean, fam?
King Kai.
I remember that he was just on the fucking trail, just running for fucking ages. The first time was during the battle against Raditz. Goku sacrificed himself to defeat his Saiyan brother by holding him in place while Piccolo fired a special beam cannon. Facts. I remember that one.
That's the first time he died.
100% with Raditz's bitch ass. Raditz had like Super Saiyan 3 hair length, but he just, we spoke before, he didn't have that dog in him. He was whack. Weak. He was trash. Yeah, he was Nappa. Nappa looked like a kidnapper. I used to fucking like joke about him all the time when I'm playing Budokai. I have all the Budokais in Tenkaichi. I would be like, look at this kidnapper. He looks like he give me rapist vibes. Cause you can't say this. You can't say that word on like whatever. Second time during Cell games, Goku uses instant transmission technique to transport himself and Cell to King Kai's planet, where they both died in a massive explosion.
Yeah, he fucking killed King.
Yeah, he killed King Kai.
He violated King Kai. King Kai's like, yo, why did you boom? We get that. The third time was during the Buu saga, when Goku sacrificed himself once again to defeat Majin Buu by using a master spirit bomb that destroyed Buu, but also caused Goku's own death due to the strain it placed on his body. So he hasn't died since Buu?
He died in Super once, but
I think it actually ended after Buu though. Like Super and all the other shit. Like I think Dragon Ball really ended.
No, that was Z. Z ended
Buu, yeah. But Super, I mean, I barely respect Super anyway, so I don't really.
Like Z to me gets the order of respect for me. I'm curious to know y'all order of respect. For me, it's Z, Dragon Ball.
I have no respect for Super.
GT, yeah. Super then GT. Just because GT is like on some super logic, but just way shorter.
It's shorter, but Super's logic is so out the fucking window.
You know what?
Super doesn't actually make sense.
It doesn't even look like Dragon Ball.
You know what? No. You're right. GT then Super.
Super don't make no type of sense. I watched it and like, yo, this don't make no. First of all, if I go stronger from 3, why the fuck am I going red now? I actually kind of like the Super Saiyan 4 look. He's into a monkey because
they're fucking
Saiyans are monkeys.
We were talking about this before.
Threw that out the window.
They just stopped using it, bro. In Dragon Ball, remember he turned to a monkey.
Yeah,
and then it was the whole thing with the night. It was like, whoa, this
now
is an
they're changing colors.
Yeah.
The stronger I changed color, I went from red to blue. I turned to white when I get even stronger.
Now they look like Sonic.
Turning purple. Like, oh, now we're just.
They look like fucking Sonic.
Gohan's got his own one now.
Yeah, Beast Gohan's gonna look a different color. Now they're just changing colors. It's
inconsistent.
It's almost like fanboys just got into the room and started making stuff. Like, you know those little fanboy drawings? That's what it seemed like, fan fiction.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it's giving me those vibes. And honestly, like, to me, Z had the most sense. And to me personally, 2 and 3 look dope. Cause remember 1, it was dramatic. 1 was dramatic though. Because remember,
I like Super Saiyan's 2's design the best to me.
Yeah. 2 is clean. 3, they got that big ass monkey knot on their head. I don't like that.
Yeah. I don't like.
But 2 had like the electricity.
Eyebrows.
Some people like Super Saiyan 3, but Super Saiyan 3 looking just lost his eyebrows and got longer hair. So
I like 2 because
Neanderthal.
He
looks like an actual.
But I did it because monkeys don't have eyebrows, so that's why they did that look. You know.
I don't know. 2, the lightning.
That
shit is dope.
Yeah, 2 looks cool to me. Like
that shit is hard.
2 looks cool. But I thought Super Saiyan 4 looked dope, like the half monkey. I thought that was a cool look.
4 was the cleanest to me personally, just because it's truer to what a Saiyan is.
Yeah, and that's what like the strongest type of Super Saiyan. He's gonna be half monkey because the monkeys are like the strong for the Saiyan.
But they gotta revive that. They bullshitting. They here adding in all these characters and gods and universes.
They're just making stuff up. Like
let's address the shit that never got addressed.
The problem is
what the fuck is Mr. Popo? What the fuck is he actually?
I don't know, Mr. Pope. He's a black guy.
he literally black.
What is? And he has big lips. Like he's a black guy, but what is he? Is he?
What is he? He doesn't look human.
He's not human. I don't know what he is.
What about the other Saiyans? Like what?
They died, but apparently there are some scattered Saiyans.
That's what I'm saying. Why can't we venture into that shit instead of writing new shit?
And the new shit don't make sense. I saw a season of Super. And Trunks was just getting strong. He wasn't turned Super Saiyan 3, or he just was getting super strong.
For what? And
he made a spirit sword. And then his universe died because they erased the universe, and he has to go to a new universe. So like, that whole season was pointless.
Yeah.
Super like the writing in Super is so like, even story wise, like watching like, this is nonsensical.
I've been hearing the same thing about Boruto.
Boruto's also nonsensical.
Fuck that, dude.
Boruto disrespects Naruto because it's like, it's almost like I watched 20 years of my actual life watching Naruto for them to unwrite it in Boruto.
Yeah.
Like they wrote everything.
It's okay though, because in September we're getting a 4-episode
I heard about that
mini series of like the OG Naruto.
I heard about that.
Are we? Oh, we spoke. You actually mentioned this.
It better look beautiful.
Yeah.
It better look.
Just get that good animation, but
Yeah.
It's crazy. We're in a time right now where all the fire. We grew up with the fire shit. It's obvious because all the remakes and spin-offs of shit that was before is just trash. Actual trash.
you know Boruto's about aliens.
Oh, I heard. See, the
Boruto's
thing
about
is,
aliens. That's the part that I can't.
But that was the problem I had with Shippuden is that it ended where it's like
Aliens.
all of a sudden Kaguya's like the main villain. I haven't heard of her since like now, so I don't care about her as a villain. It takes away from everything else.
You know how many videos I watched about how everyone complained about that?
Yeah.
It was so hurtful to me that I had to make sure other people felt the same way.
Yeah.
'Cause I was fighting Madara for like damn near 10 years because he was hinted at throughout all of Shippuden. So,
he was the guy.
He was the guy. I'm
It's like, oh, shit,
this is the guy, man. We're about to get this guy.
Then this lady comes out of the blue. Hey, motherfuckers, it's really me. Plug it.
And I'm like, it was so disrespectful.
Yeah.
It was like, what?
And that was just like a taste for what Boruto is gonna bring.
Right, so let me give you a little
Right.
bitter right now. Get a little bitter.
Yeah.
Get prepared for the
Yeah, just
big
get bitter because it's gonna get more bitter. Like,
But they made up for it with the final fight.
they made the fights cool. They do make the animation really cool.
Those fight scenes are clean.
The fight scenes are clean, but the
I'm not
story
gonna
they
lie.
really just said, "Fuck it, I'm already rich. Just get some bread."
And it's unfortunate because Naruto, I think, had the best story out of all the
Originally.
shonens. Yeah.
Naruto, that thing is with Naruto, you felt for him off rip. He was this little orphan boy who had a fucking demon in his stomach.
But they
And it's
changed all
not
that
his
towards the
fault.
end. Like all that stuff kind of got all fluffy.
Yeah, but that's a dope way to start it up. And then Sasuke's like, you bum ass motherfucker.
Yeah.
All the women are on him, and you find out about his past.
Yeah.
Uchiha clan, and it's like, whoa.
Like the original story had a lot more grit to it.
Yeah.
Like it had
And-
typical
yeah.
shonen shit, but I don't know, something about when Naruto came out, I was like, oh my god, ninjas.
Yeah.
Because it's like we've seen like all sorts of fucking Zoids, and we've seen Sailor Moon, and we've seen Inuyasha, we've seen all this Japanese shit, but we're like, we needed a lit ninja show.
It was
So
cool.
when that dropped, I was like, yo, this is like ninja, like in rare form ninja.
And now
Oh, shit.
they're not even ninjas anymore.
They're not ninjas.
They're just gods and
They're
monsters.
Gods and aliens.
Why
God.
does everything default to gods and aliens and why?
It's the power scale. They
This is
don't.
bullshit.
You know,
They got
just
tired
gotta
of
keep
writing. They're like,
going.
let's just fuck it, aliens. That's
Yo,
what happened.
We need to
Yeah.
cut this check. We got to keep this shit going. Just write something.
Oh, facts. Because like I can keep complaining about the end of Naruto for hours. I can. The amount
know
of
what?
bullshit they were just throwing at the end of Naruto
Let's
was
ask ChatGPT to make a
piling
better
up.
ending to Naruto Shippuden.
Oh
I
shit.
bet ChatGPT could make a better ending than you lazy motherfuckers at the studio. Bet money. Let's see. Make a better ending for Naruto Shippuden.
Say without Kaguya.
without
Yes,
Kaguya.
yes, you're 100% right. Without Kaguya. Oh. Yo. Bro, fuck Google. I'm just going to chat GPT shit from now on. In my version of the Naruto Shippuden ending, the final battle is between Naruto and Sasuke as it was in the original. However, instead of introducing Kaguya as a last-minute villain, the focus is entirely on the relationship
even they know
between
it's last minute.
Naruto and Sasuke and their respective paths to redemption. The fight between Naruto and Sasuke is an intense, emotional, both characters pushing themselves to the limit. Got to, of course. As the battle progresses, they begin to understand each other's perspectives and the reasons behind their actions. In the end, they realize that they have both been chasing the same goal, albeit in different ways. Rather than one character being declared the winner, they both collapse from exhaustion and the battle ends in a draw. They share a moment of understanding and forgiveness, acknowledging their mistakes and the pain they caused each other. They promise to work together to build a better future for the shinobi world, based on mutual respect and understanding. The final scene shows Naruto and Sasuke, now older and wiser, working together as equals to resolve conflicts and build a better future. Naruto becomes a Hokage and Sasuke serves as his advisor and protector. The shinobi world is shown to be a peaceful and prosperous place with the legacy of Naruto and Sasuke's bond living on for generations to come. I would have been happy with that and say, fuck Boruto. I've been happy.
Boruto didn't need to exist. Like it
Yeah.
it
It was
wasn't
extra. You know when I don't watch Boruto. You know when I knew it was gonna be bullshit? When this motherfucker's child with Hinata, right? The little young said boom and hit him after he's Hokage. I was like, you just got rocked by this little girl.
I knew
on
that was
some-
bullshit too.
I was like, you're Hokage. You went through all this shit. You've dealt with so much. You're fighting dead Hokage. You're fighting insane amounts of odds, and you let your daughter just fuck you one hit, knock you out. This is a fucking
The
parody.
power scaling is
It's
crazy.
a parody. Like that's how I feel about Boruto's a fucking parody of Naruto.
I already knew it was gonna be bullshit because the fact that Boruto looked exactly like Naruto, and they're about to make a whole show about a kid that looks exactly like Naruto,
But isn't Naruto?
but is Naruto. I was like, oh, they just
You'll never fit your.
He didn't even get the
dad's shoes.
Byakugan eyes like I thought he was gonna get. So it was like this already started out.
Yo,
crazy.
speaking of Byakugan, right? The Byakugan, whatever, the Byakugan. I gave up on Naruto when they killed off. Spoiler alert! Before I say this, spoiler alert. When they killed off Neji,
because they didn't have to.
he was my favorite character.
Oh damn, sorry.
Fuck y'all for that. Honestly, y'all fucked up Naruto for me.
But the way they killed him had nothing to do with the story because it was like we're fighting the war, fighting the war, fighting the war. Oh, Neji's that. It had nothing because when Neji wasn't even talked about.
Why you couldn't kill Choji?
I like actually.
Nobody would have cared.
Fuck Choji.
I like Choji a lot.
I like Choji, but fuck him.
Choji's
if I had to
cool.
pick between the two, I'm definitely picking Neji. Neji has the most potential of all of them.
Well,
But I think Choji was more significant to me. He was a cooler guy.
That's just how they wrote it. But think about it. Neji with his fucking 360 shit. Imagine him developing that as an adult.
But
that would have been a menace.
They didn't develop him in Shippuden at all. He was not talked about in Shippuden. So when they killed him, it was kind of like, damn, they just killed him for no reason.
In the very beginning of the show, he was like the only Jonin, and everyone was like,
he was just different.
He was hot shit. But then when people started turning into gods and monsters, just kind of
he was not mentioned at all.
Yeah. When they started transitioning to gods and monsters, it's like
no one talked about him. He wasn't even mentioned in like a filler. Like he was not mentioned at all.
On some shinobi shit, like his shit is insane. The fact of like the flowing chakra. Imagine him being able to manipulate that flowing chakra into doing some other shit. That would be crazy.
That goes into another problem I had with the ending of Naruto. Like they stopped talking about everyone. Like no one was talking about anymore. It was just bombs and explosions.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden Naruto's like the reincarnation of some other shit. Like yo, they're just kind of like really not worrying about the ninja world anymore.
How far can we take this without losing our core audience?
Yeah, like they were really just going because he didn't have to be a reincarnation of that first kid. He really didn't have to.
Who y'all want to kill off?
Do that.
I'm about to rewrite Shippuden where Neji lives, and who you want to die?
10-10.
10-10 didn't. What did she do?
10-10 would have died with an A-OK. Because I don't think anybody was like, I'm a 10-10 fan. Yeah. I ain't never heard no Naruto fans say that.
I've heard it, but it's for a
fan?
different reason. It's for a different reason now.
Okay, all right.
You know, people who like that hentai. I've heard it for people who like hentai.
I'm talking about the actual story. Like, I ain't never heard of one person say, yo, man, 10-10 about to go crazy in this episode. Like,
rewrite Shippuden when Neji.
I saw someone that said that the swing got more screen time than 10-10.
Facts. 10-10 got no screen time. I thought Choji was cool as a character though. Choji was dope.
When he was taking the pills and shit, that was crazy.
When Choji took the pills.
Yeah.
When he was an adult, he didn't have to take the pills anymore. He could just go strong, get bigger.
He didn't need his fucking diabetes medication.
Yeah,
that medication.
Metformin.
Peep that. In this alternate version of Naruto Shippuden, Neji survives the fourth Shinobi War, and 10-10 sacrifices herself to protect him during a crucial battle. They were in the same squad, weren't they? This event changes the trajectory of Neji's life and leads him to become one of the most respected and influential members of the Leaf, of the Leaf Village, because he's fucking different. Following 10-10's death, Neji becomes deeply introspective and begins to question his own beliefs and values. He realizes that his narrow-minded perspective on destiny and fate was holding him back from becoming the best version of himself. Oh, shit. Wow. He takes it upon himself to honor 10-10's sacrifice by living a life that is worthy of her memory. With 10-10's weapons and techniques at his disposal, Neji becomes a formidable warrior and a respected member of the Leaf Village's leadership council. He uses his newfound influence to advocate for peace and diplomacy and to promote the ideals of hard work, discipline, and personal responsibility. He is on that time. He becomes a mentor and role model for the younger generation of shinobi, including Boruto and Sarada. He teaches them the importance of respecting one's own abilities and how to cultivate a strong work ethic and sense of purpose. He encourages them to think critically and to challenge the status quo, just as he had done. Simple can be achieved through perseverance and determination. There's just like yeah.
It's crazy. They could write a pretty solid story on there.
Yeah, they even said
this shit is better than it can do better.
Weapons.
It can do better than Boruto.
It can.
We're just gonna honestly. I would love for technology to allow us to make anime just off of off of text, because once that happens, the whole shit's automated.
You gotta watch that video I sent you with Corridor, where they filmed shit on a green screen, then used AI to turn it into an animation.
Yeah. Dude, that shit.
It's crazy.
I think I saw what you sent me. I gotta sit down and fuck with it. No, it wasn't Corridor. I saw like a video of that particular thing, but it wasn't Corridor. Yeah. So basically, this is the way to do that, no?
Huh?
This is like the way to just like draw some shit out and have it like fill in and.
I mean, you have to film it.
A doodle.
Like it turns your footage into the anime or whatever. So
can we film something that's not a green screen?
Well, what they did is they filmed green screen, and then on the green screen they projected an Unreal environment.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's how they were able to like, because you could do it without it, but you're instead of just like having to fix the way the AI fucks with your subject, you have to fuck with the way the AI also translates the background, and that's just like another layer of issues.
What if we had a dome, like not a dome, but some kind of like circle, I guess a dome or whatever, a sphere of green screen,
Like
and shoot it in 360.
Yeah.
And have people like, if they're in space, they can look around and everything is legit space.
Like a fucking tent. You're in like a green screen tent.
Because in Unreal Engine, everything's already 3D.
Yeah.
Why are we reframing it to this one thing? Like, why not just capture the entirety of what's
I feel
happening?
like that's like augmented reality at that point, right?
See, AR is more projections within the real world. So say, for example, we had on glasses right now, or contacts, and we're like typing in Google Maps. We'll see an arrow because we're wearing glasses.
From the glasses.
That's AR. That's augmented reality. Virtual reality is when you're transported into shit. Like Oculuses and all these headsets use XR, which is a mix of VR and AR. AR in the sense that, like, you know, you draw like your region and stuff.
Yeah, you can know the
That's
cool.
AR shit. And you can set the floor level. That's AR shit. But VR is when you're just transported to this other world. So those two together are XR. If anything, we can wrap this up and we can see what's up with these videos and stuff. Episode 1166 podcast. Thank y'all so much for being here, chopping it up, and thank y'all for checking us out. If you haven't liked and subscribed, honestly, stop watching this shit. Fuck you. But if you haven't, then you're actually a decent person. Blessed living, all the good energy for you, fucking with you. All of y'all, if you watching this, thank you, appreciate you. But leave them reviews and comments and like and everything, because it helps the algorithm to be on our side. So, yeah. Anything y'all want to say to the people? Last minute?
Smash that like button, right?
Smash that like button, subscribe, yo, hit us up. I'm Captain Morgan. Peace.
I got something for y'all. Stay away from... There's one thing people got to stay away from in life, and I think it's like the guiding force of everything. You know what that is?
What?
Emotional damage!
Emotional damage.
All right.